Let's talk about it. Peace, everyone. My name is Natalia, for those that are new here, and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be telling the story of why I left Paris finally. I've been meaning to tell it for a minute now, but I've just been myself putting it off just because I didn't want to really face that energy again and that time. But baby, it's time. Get your snack, get your drink, and let's talk about it. Now, if you're just here for the story time, you can go ahead and skip to when I start telling the story. I'll put it like somewhere on the screen. But right now, I just want to talk to my fam. Y'all know I have not been consistent. And I'm so sorry about that. And I feel like I've been so in my head recently. Like, I've been just thinking, like, there's no words to... And I've been seeing shit. Like, I'm pretty sure my abilities have been, like, going through an upgrade. Because I swear, I've been seeing stuff. And I'm just, like, taking it all in and learning to integrate it and, like, not feel like I'm going crazy. I've just been so locked in. Like, I've been locked in, but at the same time, I feel like it's been an unhealthy isolation that I've been going through. So I'm trying to, like, reopen myself back up, not only to, like, y'all, also to, like, the people around me. So forgive me, please. We're gonna try again. That's all we can do, is just show up in the now moment and try again. So here I am. I'm back, and I'm hungrier than ever. All 24, I'm back in the lab, running up the tab and perfecting my craft. I'm setting a goal for myself to just show up on YouTube more and not be so strict about how I show up. It's just like, it's not that serious. It's never that serious. Yeah, I hope y'all have been doing well. I've been pondering a giveaway where I will work one-on-one with someone for, like, I'd say, like, about 30 days, just going through a self-concept transformation. So all the skills, all the knowledge that I've acquired, and pouring into someone for 30 days to see how their life changes. I literally just came up with that. Like, I had a dream about a lot of stuff, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing a giveaway. So I'm gonna, like, ponder more on the details of that, but just to put that out there, 30 days working one-on-one with the one and only. And yeah, we're gonna get your self-concept in order, because there's no reason why you don't have everything you desire. There's no reason why you feel like you're not enough, you feel like you're not worthy, you're not stepping into that power that you can be. So I'm gonna choose one person to go on this journey with. I'll let y'all know all the details when I come out with them, but yeah, just to put that out there. Stay tuned for more to come. Follow my Instagram, because I've been doing, like, a mini series on there where I talk about all the concepts that I shared in my vision board workshop in December. So go check out that mini series. I'll definitely be coming out with a lengthy YouTube video of the series, like, combined, just for people who need more detail. Because, like, I didn't get in as much detail as I could have, because it's Instagram Reels, and, like, people don't have that much attention span. So for those who want it, I'm talking to y'all. I will be coming out with a YouTube video of everything, the whole 9, so you hone that energy and really go after what you deserve. So follow my Instagram. I'm gonna put it somewhere over here. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this story time, y'all. Yeah, so let's start at the very beginning. I'm gonna tell y'all how even Paris was, like, introduced and everything. My mom told me that she wanted to go on vacation to Paris summer of 2024. Her cousin was getting married and he invited us to the wedding. So I'm like, okay, cool, like, that's cool, like, yeah, I'll come. And she said that whenever we go, we can do like, you know, a little trip, a little Euro trip, you know, go to different countries and everything. So I'm like, yeah, that's fun, let's do it. Boom. Fast forward to spring semester of my senior year. This is January 2024. I'm taking my entrepreneurship capstone course. And basically all this is just honing your brand, honing your identity, your true authentic self. And I love that class so much. Like, that was my favorite class. I sat in the very front and we had speakers that came and talked to us about their businesses and just giving life advice and everything. But it's just like I really stepped into a version of me that I hadn't seen before because of that class. So the instructor of that class, shout out Bernard Bell, I love you till the day I die. We were doing our elevator pitches. It's like, you know, who you are, your story, what you hope to accomplish, your goals, blah, blah, blah. So whenever he was like editing mine, basically my story was about how I cut my hair. I cut all of my hair off in 6th grade. I did the big chop. This is before the big chop was even the big chop, baby. I cut my whole head off, and I wasn't bald, but like, you know, I had a fro. I had a mini fro. It wasn't even one of those big fros, like cute. No, I looked like a boy. I didn't look like a boy. That's dramatic. That was the basis of my story, and I was basically talking about how I wanted to open my own hair business. The words that I had written was, I want to expand my natural hair business, because I still have a natural hair business, but I started it in college, so that's what I was doing at the time. And when he was editing my elevator pitch, he was like, expand my natural hair business internationally. I'm like, internationally? Like, let's slow down now. Like, what are we talking about? But he was basically telling me that I wasn't thinking big enough. I didn't take any offense to that or anything, because I never do, but it's just like, I was like, it just got me to thinking. I'm like, wait, like you thinking, you need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, could I really do this? This is before, like, the beginning of 2024, my self-concept wasn't up there. So this is before all of this. But I'm just like, could I really do this? Like, I thought back about my Paris trip, and I told my mom, I'm like, you know, I think I want to go to cosmetology school in Paris. And she literally, that's one thing about having a mom who believes in you. Like, when you tell them your dreams, your goals, it depends though. It depends. When you tell them your dreams, your goals, or whatever, and they support you, they will literally flip earth over to make a way. So she started getting things in line for me. She's calling, you know, her people who live in France. They like, yo, like, you know, my daughter wants to go to school. Like, can she stay with any of y'all? Blah, blah, blah. Boom. One of her childhood friends, she's like, yeah, it's like, you know, come, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I get it set up. We buy the Paris tickets in February. So this was in January. Buy the tickets in February. I bought a one-way ticket to Paris. And because, yeah, I was planning to stay there. So that's the basis of it. That's how it happened, right? Boom. Fast forward May 2024. Throughout all this time, you know, I'm talking to my aunt, the lady that I'm going to be staying with. I'm talking to her, you know, we're getting to know each other. She's helping me practice my French, all that. Vibes, you know? And like, there are times where I even FaceTime her, you know, I'll show her my outfit, do this, that, the third, whatever. Cool. She loves me. She's always hyping me up. She's like, yeah, I can't wait for you to come. Like, we're gonna be going out, cool. Boom. May 2024. I graduated, May 11th? And my flight was May 13th. We ended up missing our flight though, because it wasn't even our fault. It was just the airline and everything. It was a lot. Anyways, our flight was May 13th. We ended up taking the flight May 14th. Boom. So all of May is traveling. I really didn't stay in Paris for more than 3-4 days at a time, right? Because got to Paris, I think it was 2 days after we went to Lyon for the wedding. We went back to Paris, was in Paris for like maybe 3, 4, 5 days max, I think. Went to London, came back to Paris 3 days, 4 days. Like, I wasn't there consistently until June. Went to Germany for like 3-4 days, came back to Paris. Finally, I'm I'm staying put finally. June 1st begins my journey of me actually living in Paris. So boom, I'm like, okay, cool, like let's do it. Like finally I get to stay in the city, I get to explore the city, let's do it. I'm like, okay, cool, let me go explore the city. Y'all, the type of person that my aunt is, she's a very anxious person. She worries a lot, and the type of person I feel like people would say that I don't worry enough, which I don't feel like is true. I feel like you shouldn't worry about anything. But so me going out, just exploring the city, literally caused hell within the house. Because hey, like I get it, you want to know where I'm at, downloaded Life 360 and everything, so she could always have my location 24/7, just because I know like that's something that was important to her. I'm like, okay, we're gonna compromise on this, because I'm not gonna like be cooped up in a house all day in Paris. I'm stepping out, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we compromised. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna share my location so you know where I'm at all the time. That still didn't work. She just didn't like the fact that I was always going out. And it's not like I was going out to like the club or anything, but I did sometimes. But like most of the time I'm going to like a cafe, I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to the library. I would go to the library. And it was just always a problem, because she just didn't want me outside, because she said, you know, it's a foreign country, you don't know the city, it's dangerous, I'm not saying I'm invincible or nothing, but it's just like, you know, I know how to navigate these areas now, because like, you know, I've been through it. So the main problem was that, one, like she didn't like me to going out. Two, it was low-key bullying at this point. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. Just constantly body shaming me, like talking about my size, how I'm so skinny, I'm too skinny, and like my diet. I don't know if y'all know, I don't eat meat or anything. I need to eat meat. Every time I would eat, y'all, every time I would eat, I would hear something about my diet. I would hear something about how I need to eat more. And I'm just like, yo, like I went from living alone, like I lived by myself my whole senior year. I went from living alone to living with someone who literally wouldn't shut up. And I don't mean to be like a bitch, but like, yo, like it was bad. Literally, even me just getting dressed up, I just like I don't know why people don't understand this. Like I just like to dress up. I hate people who are always has something to say about people who are dressed up. Babe, why are you dressed down? Like, you always asking someone why they're so dressed up. Why are you not? Like, baby, I don't care. Life is a fashion show. It's drip or drawn. You sinking. You're sinking. You're drowning. You better lock the fuck in. Little things like that. And grocery shopping, bruh. It was literally the most stressful process I've ever been through. Because one, she's always asking me what I want. Like, go get what you want. But at the same time, I'm in a foreign country. None of this stuff is in English. I don't know where anything is at. So, and I don't eat a lot of things, so it would take me a while to like, you know, navigate the store and get what I want. A lot of things that I've never seen before. Communication was never there. Always looking within and seeing like how I'm contributing to this. And I noticed that one of the things that I was doing is that I was not confident in my ability to express myself, because one, she didn't speak English. She only spoke French in our native language, and my French, I'm conversational, but I'm not the best, right? I'm still learning. My native language, I was having a hard time. You know, if you know, like Africans, they be trying to like shame you when you try to speak your native language. And it's just like, why are you shaming me? But in the same breath, you're like mad that I don't know it. Like, teach me. Just teach me. Like, why are we making this a big deal? Just teach me, just guide me. Instead of like making fun of me when I'm trying. That makes me not want to try. And that's exactly what that was. I didn't want to try. And I noticed that I was suppressing my emotions because I didn't know how to communicate them in a language that she could understand. And that was a very detrimental aspect of our relationship, is because like, you know, I knew what it was, what I was feeling, but like I only wanted to say it in English. Bruh, when I made a friend And I was so ecstatic. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go home and tell her like I made a friend. I went to the Sir concert in Paris and I met this wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman, and divine intervention, me meeting her and just the person that she was to me. So I was so excited to go home and tell her. Literally, all hell broke loose. Like, this lady literally was shaking in her boots. Cause she's just like, oh, like, you know, you don't know anyone, you don't know what can happen, like someone could like poison you or like da-da. I'm like, thing is, she would always call my mom, who is here in the United States of America and has a full-time job. You're calling her about her child, how her child is always going out and doesn't listen, da-da-da. The whole time my mom knows who I am. My mom knows me. She knows me. She knows me. She would like talk to me sometimes and she just say how I should like tone down a little bit, da da da. And I just reiterate to her, like, I am going to live my life. I will always choose to live my life. I will never tone anything down for anyone ever. I'm just like, you know, like, I don't have to deal with this. I don't. Yeah, I took 2 trips out the country by myself. I went to London again in June, and I went to Prague in Czech Republic in July. I choose not to stress. I choose not to worry. I choose not to try to control things I can't control. Like, it's just, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. She's the complete opposite of me. And anytime I would need to like go be at a station or an airport at a certain time, she's so, oh, what if you're late? Like, what if you missed the train? What if you missed the airport? I'm like, bro, don't speak that shit onto me. Like, you finna piss me off. It's just people who always assume the worst. Respectfully, stay away from me. Stay away from me, because the type of person I am, I always assume the best. Like, why would you assume the worst when you could assume the best? If we're gonna assume, why not assume the best, right? So that's another factor. And it's just like, I feel like she never fully, completely trusted me. I don't know why. I don't think I give untrustworthy, but I don't know. Even if I'm just in the house, like, I'd go to the kitchen, she'd go to the kitchen. I'd go to the living room, she'd go to the living room. I'm in the bathroom, she's knocking on the door now because she needs to use the bathroom. Yo, if you know what it feels like to be ostracized, to be watched, to be followed. I felt like I was in the United States shopping at a beauty supply store and freaking those people would literally follow me around the store. But this is in what's supposed to be my home. So it was just that as well. I don't like being micromanaged. I don't. That's not my thing. Like, if you're micromanaging me, I'm gonna leave, because obviously you don't trust me. So let's do both of us a favor and I'll leave, right? Another thing, like, now it's like I'm here, she always wants to talk to me, and it's like, I know I should be like open and willing to talk to people and da da da, but it's just like sometimes I just want to shut the fuck up, you know. I have my non-verbal days, you know. Whenever I would express that to her, she would always take offense. And I'm just like, it's not personal. Like, it's not just you. Like, I do this shit to everyone. Like, I just don't be wanting to talk sometimes. Sometimes I just have my non-verbal days. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. That's just how I am. She would take personal offense to me communicating my feelings whenever I did. Yo, when I tell you, I'll be in the shower, and the shower is my sacred time. Like, that's my personal time. I shower in the dark, and it's just time for me to really not only cleanse my body but my spirit as well. That's my sacred time. That's my time. Do not bother me while I'm in the shower. That's the one time. This lady would be outside of the bathroom screaming at me to talk while I'm showering. Talking about this just brings up all the memories, and it's just like the way that I felt, y'all. I was not emotionally safe in that house at all. To not feel like you can be your true self in your own house, like, that's detrimental to my personal development. She always had company. And like, if you know me, you know, like, when I was living by myself, my house is my sacred space. No, can't just nobody be in my house. So literally, I would hate, I'd come home from a long day, because like I said, I used to always go to the library, and there's people in my fucking, and of course it's not my house. It's not my house. I'm fully cognizant of this. But there's people in my space. Cause no, then I'm rude. Then I need to come outside and talk to the guests. Talk about what? Talk about what? What are we talking about? Bruh. And I just feel like low-key, she was low-key just a hater. She was low-key just a hater for real. Like, I just feel like she was low-key just a hater. Low-key. Cause like, I remember we were going somewhere in France. We had to take like a couple trains. And like I said, I be putting that shit on. I do. Like, it's not on me. It's in me. I can't help it. So I would get like people, complimenting my outfit and everything. And there was this one specific guy, he came and he was just like, just spewing like about how much he really liked my sense of style, da da da. And then when he went away, I'm just like, oh, like, thank you so much. Like, yeah. And then when he went away, she's like, what does he know about fashion? I'm just like, girl, like, stop being a hating. Like, stop hating. Stop hating. And even when I would do my hair, bruh, this lady would joke about cutting my hair. And I do not take jokes lightly, because at the end of the day, you choose what you joke about. Jokes are choices. Of course, they're jokes, but you have a choice of what you want to joke about. So you joking about cutting my hair, that's a threat. What? That's a threat. What are we talking about? And even like, I would do her hair and she'd still have something to say, like, oh, you spent all this time doing your hair like that, but you can't do my hair like that. First of all, honey, you don't have my hair. You have the hair on your head, and I do what I can with what's on your head. And then second of all, if I don't do my hair, who's going to do it? So yeah, it was just giving major hater energy. And like, even times when I would try to bond and like connect, like I'd say like, let's go on a walk, this together, let's do that together, let's go to the movies. Always an excuse. And I didn't take it personally. I know it's just like some people, they just choose not to live life. They feel like they need certain circumstances in order to enjoy life, and I'm just not that person. Like, I'm going to enjoy life right now as I speak, because it's a choice. Moving on, there's so much more, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Even throughout this whole process, I feel like I was really beating myself up, it's just like, I don't want to seem ungrateful. Like, this person opened up their home to me and allowed me to come stay with them and looked after me and took care of me. So I was really just trying to make the most of it, but I always found myself in an unwanted state of being. Like, I was always mad, I was always sad, I was always upset, I was always freaking ashamed, I was always feeling guilty. I was just always in these low vibrational states. And I stayed outside. Like, I stayed outside of that house because I just didn't feel, like I said, emotionally safe in the house. So I would go to the park. When I tell you I stayed at a park, because one thing about me and Mother Nature, okay, we locked in. Just like, trying to reconnect with self, trying to like expel these negative emotions and journaling, bro. That's probably why I went through my journal so fast. Like, I went through that whole journal literally that summer. I just was always beating myself up because I'm like, I don't want to seem ungrateful. I really don't, because I'm so happy to be here. Like, I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the people, the food, just the culture. I was just so happy to be in Paris. Like, are you happy to be in Paris? And I'm like, oui. I was just so like ecstatic every time I would step out. It's just like I felt home, but where I was living, I felt the complete opposite. It's just like, you should be grateful for what you have, but at the same time, these emotions that I'm feeling are very valid, and I really did not know what to do. I was in such conflict with myself constantly, because it's just like, do I stay or do I leave? Do I stay and try to thug this out and low-key lose my sanity, or do I leave and protect my peace? So ultimately, that is a choice that I had to make. And we see I chose to leave because respectfully, I'm not going through anything I don't have to go through. And it's not like I didn't try to make compromise like for me to stay in Paris. When I tell you, I was looking up apartments. I was just like trying to find a way for me to be able to stay in the city. But also my self-concept definitely did play into this, because I just felt like I didn't think it was possible for me to be able to stay. I ended up just taking the safe route and I left. I didn't find a school that I wanted to go to, because low-key I want to go to a black school and learn how to do black hair, and everyone's like, oh, that's not possible, that's racist, and I'm like, fuck. Like, you think I care? I was going to take the time to search for that. Yeah, I decided I really don't want to go to school right now anyways, because I literally just graduated and I really don't feel safe, emotionally safe in this house. I'm in love with the city. I love the city. I could definitely see myself here, but I don't think right now, given my circumstances, would be the best time. I made that decision, that heartbreaking decision, and I left. Did I want to leave? Hell no. Hell no, I didn't want to leave. Like, I was in fucking Paris. Why the fuck would I want to leave? I had to protect my state of being, because if you know, your state of being is everything. It's everything. It's everything. So if you're constantly in distress, you're constantly operating out of these low vibrations, like, it's just not beneficial. I'm back at home in Winston-Salem, and I'm living with my parents. It's not ideal, of course. This is not where I want to be, but I understand that my outside circumstances are only a reflection of the choices that I've made in the past. And me being this new evolved version of myself, I know it's only a while before the outside catches up, before the 3D catches up. So I'm just happy to be here, honestly. I'm spending so much time with my niece. Like, that's literally my bestie. And just seeing her grow up every day, and just being able to see my family before, you know, I do up and leave again. Because I'm literally always the one that's leaving. Like, I'm always leaving. So whenever I'm here, they know to cherish me, because I won't be here for long. Yeah, I do have a plan to be back in Paris, so I'm not even stressed about it. You know, I feel like everything happened how it was supposed to happen. And really what being in Paris taught me was compassion. Most of all, it taught me a lot, but I feel like the number one thing was compassion. Because even though I was butting heads with my aunt so much, even though we didn't see eye to eye, I was constantly reflecting. I'm like, okay, what does this relationship tell me about myself? Because your relationships are always a reflection of you. Even if you like it or not, they're always a reflection of you. Always seeking to understand instead of just like, you know, being mad and shutting her out. I was always seeking to understand. And that's how I came to the conclusion, like, you know, it's not that she hates me and doesn't want me to do anything or live life or enjoy life. It's just like the way that she operates. That's just her. That's her as a human being. And although it's not something that I mesh with, I can't change that about her. I can't change that about her. And I really would hate to stress this poor lady out, because I know that stress eventually leads to disease. So I'm like, let me just go home. Let me stop stressing this lady out. Let me go home. And yeah, compassion, just seeking to understand and give grace to people you may not always see eye to eye with. That's the tea. And I'm not gonna say like it was an easy decision or anything. That was probably one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life. Because on top of me just like not wanting to leave the city, it's like I literally told the whole internet that I was moving to Paris, and now I wasn't gonna be in Paris anymore. And now I wasn't gonna be there anymore. I'm like, bro, like, you know, what are people gonna think of me? Like, I literally said I was moving to Paris, and now I'm not gonna be there no more. Like, people gonna talk. I was just constantly thinking about what other people would think about me. And then at the end of the day, it's just like, girl, you gotta make a decision that's better for you. This is your life. No one else is living your life but you. So you have to make whatever decision is best for you, no matter what other people think. You know, I still feel like, you know, people will talk, but like, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because it's like, oh, you talking about what you woulda did, what you woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, baby. Do it. Do it then, bitch. I feel like people feel so comfortable speaking on what they could have done or what they would have done if they were in your position, but you're not. I was worried for no reason. That ain't got shit to do with me, respectfully. And it's not, like I said, it's not all just on her. Like, low-key, I was a bitch. Like, that's one thing that I have come to terms with myself. Sometimes I am a bitch, yes. Sometimes I be getting mad for no reason. I'm not gonna say for no reason, but like sometimes I get mad and don't express myself as I should. And I just like suppress that and just like, you know, give by vibes. So I understand the role that I played in it as well, but at the end of the day, I made this decision that was best for myself, best for my mental health, and I got the fuck on. Like I said, I will be back in Paris very soon, so stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. I feel like this is the reason why I do the things that I do. I take risks and do things that people might deem as crazy or out of the ordinary, just because I'm always eager to learn and to grow. And putting myself out there like that, just moving to a foreign country where you're not as proficient in the language and the culture, and having to navigate that. If you want to do some personal development, I recommend you do that. But like, yeah, that's why I've been able to grow so much in such a short amount of time, because I put myself in very uncomfortable situations. So all in all, I'm grateful for the experience. I loved I'm not gonna say every second because that would be a lie, but I loved the experience. I made so many great friends that I still talk to today, and I've just got a whole new perspective on life. Again, I'm just so thankful that I even had the experience to go out there and to do what I did. Moral of the story, everything is not as it seems. When people put stuff on the internet, you're just gonna assume that they're having the time of their lives, when in reality, life happens always. Life happens regardless. I was living my best life, but at the same time, I was low-key going through this internal struggle. So in the end, always grateful for the experience. So yeah, that's my story. That's the tea. That's why I left Paris. I just hope y'all enjoyed this story. I hope it gives you a new perspective on life. I hope it encourages you. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm just grateful that I'm finally able to share this without, like, being too hard on myself. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I don't think I have anything to say. Until I see you all again, peace and love, y'all. Bye.